I am Tony Akose Ogobegwu. Today I'd like to share a verse of the scriptures with us from Romans chapter 5 verse 6, and it says that when we were yet without strength, in due time Christ died for the ungodly. I'd like to point us to two things in that passage of the Bible. First, when we were without strength, and two, Christ died for the ungodly. So we see Christ coming when we were weak. What does it mean when we were without strength? We're without strength to do anything for ourselves. That's what a weak person is. A weak person can do nothing for himself. But you can see that this immediately contradicts the saying that heaven helps those that help themselves. And when you believe that lie, then you will attempt to put yourself in order before coming to God to receive forgiveness of sin. But Christ died on the cross when we were without strength, when we could do nothing for ourselves. And that's true. God is not waiting for the sinner to get things right, to fix his life before coming to him. Jesus said in Matthew 11:28, "Come to me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest." Now you see, he didn't say, "Come into rest and come to me." No. So he is not asking us to do anything before coming. No, because he knows there is nothing in us that can produce the quality of life that qualifies to stand before God. And that's why Jesus died. But what kind of people did he die for? He didn't die for good people. He didn't die for those who loved him. He died for his enemies, people who hated him. I was one like that. I hated him bad. Didn't want to hear about him, yet he died for me. He died for the ungodly. Why did he die for the ungodly? So that the ungodly can receive forgiveness of sin when he puts his trust in him. To believe that God is waiting for the sinner to fix his life and come and receive forgiveness doesn't make any sense. It will be like Christ would wait for the sinners to fix themselves before he died for them. And you know how ridiculous that thought can be. Yeah, that's what we assume about God, that God wants us to fix our lives up and then come to him. And that is keeping so many people, because every attempt they make to fix themselves is like a leaking tap. Before you've mopped the floor is already wet. That's how it is. We can't fix ourselves. We can't do good consistently and stand before God. But God has made a way for you and I to be restored to him. And that way is the life of his Son that he offered on the cross, so that as many as believe, he will give them a new life. He will forgive them, and then he will bring them to himself. That has been his desire from the first day that man walked away from God. His heart had been how to bring man back to himself. Today, I bring the offer of God for salvation before you. If you will open your heart and call upon him and ask him to forgive you and put your trust in what Jesus did on the cross, you will be saved. This, my friend, is just the truth. God bless you.